guys, and welcome to this week's video. So in this video I'll be showing you guys how to make fursuit tongues. I'll also show you how to attach these tongues to a fursuit, making them removable using velcro. Before we get into this video, I do want to say that my Etsy shop is now up and I can't wait for my first order. So if you guys want to support me in any way, feel free to share my Etsy shop or feel free to buy something. I'm using this girl that I've been making. She is a feline, and I was supposed to do a video series on it, however things got a little bit messed up and so it didn't quite go to plan. But there will be other fursuits that I will hopefully make more video series on. So obviously you're going to need some velcro. Now you're going to need two-piece velcro, so one bit with the fluffy side and one with the spiky side. The fluffy side will be going into the fursuit head. This is because the fluffy side hides better in the fursuit head. And try and get it the same colour as your mouth lining. Now we're going to be making a pattern, so you're going to want some paper, a ruler, a measuring tape and a pen and scissors. I think that's everything. So let's get these pieces together. So the first thing you're going to want to do is see where you want it in the mouth. I'm going to have it start right at the back because there's a foam edge here that you can see without a tongue. And only if you look really closely, but I want to hide this with the tongue, so I'm going to have it start right at the back and it looks a little bit more natural. So first measurement we're going to take is the back measurement, so measure how wide I would like it. Now this is a feline, so it's got quite a small jaw, so it is going to be a lot smaller compared to a canine. So it's about 5 centimeters, and I'm going to add an extra centimeter for seam allowance, so that there is 6. I'm just going to write it down before I forget. Now I've made slash cut already some felt tongue patterned pieces. I have different sizes and different styles that I'm using, but I want to make a really long one. So I'm going to measure from where I wanted it all the way down to how long I want the tongue to sit at 21 centimeters with seam allowance. You can draw it straight onto felt, however I find that it might just be a little bit easier to draw the pattern out and then cut around it on the felt, just so everything kind of stays in the right place. So you're going to need a ruler now, and you're going to want to draw a line. Now my ruler is in inches, so I'm also going to use my measuring tape as a guide. So that is 6 centimeters. So half of 6 centimeters is 3 centimeters. Now I'm going to mark where half of this is, here. And so now from that half point, I'm going to draw downwards in a straight line, if possible. My cables are being a bit awkward. I'm going to use my measuring tape to measure where 21 centimeters ends. I'm going to draw some long lines down the side bits, so the start and end. We have this kind of long E going across, so we have a line, a line, a line, and a line. And then we have our marked 21 in the middle. So now I'm just going to kind of create a curve on both sides, joining up the side lines. I prefer this side, so now I'm going to fold my paper in half following this middle line. And now I'm going to cut both sides of the paper out while it's folded in half, and this way it will end up even. This is your tongue pattern. So now you're going to want to get some felt. Now I can't use this bit because I want to fold it in half, then cut it out, so I've got both pieces. So I'm going to save that for another time. I get my felt from a local shop rather than online, so what I'm going to do is fold this in half this way, just because it's a long tongue. You can use cotton if you would like, however I find felt gives it a more realistic look without it being furry, like kinky or anything. But cotton's great for if you wanted a patterned tongue. Okay, so don't worry if it's a little bit choppy because when we sew it, it'll be hidden anyway. If you want to add holes like this one, don't cut it out just yet, wait until you've sewn it and then cut it out. Let's get to the sewing machine. You can hand sew, however I think it looks better machine sewn. It's more neater and more durable.
My best friend to 23, she left her body and hovered above me. I saw no shadow, I looked around, searched every building and home that I found. I saw no shadow, but felt a glow. The warmth inside me kept me afloat. It felt like heaven had found my bones and gave me comfort when I feel alone. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better. Through the pain, I will go alone. If I fall, break my bones, I will scream even louder. 'Cause I'm not dying alone. I lost my best friend to 23. She left her body and hovered above me.
As you can see, it's really hard to get it straight, so do not worry too much. I think sometimes with the little zigzag zags in it anyway, it looks more ripped and how it's supposed to be. So with the rest of them, you want to cut around, leave a small edge. This makes it less bulky inside.
I felt like dying again and again. I went through hell, stared at death, but I keep fighting with each living breath. I saw no way out from where I stood. Felt like the fire had burned me through.
Now that that's done, we can turn them inside out / the right way around. Use a blunt tool, like I said with the other one. Okay, so as I expected with the split tongue, it's quite small, but it's quite cute at the same time. So before we sew the final lines in, with the one with the hole in, you want to just cut around inside of the sewn part. So now we're going to sew a line down the middle, just to give that tongue effect. So when it comes to sewing the final line, you don't want to go all the way down to the bottom of the tongue. I would say about an inch above at least. When it comes to the snake-ish tongue, you could sew all the way down. But because mine has only a small kind of slit in it, I'm going from the tip here and then an inch. But if yours has a large split tongue, you might end up going all the way down. And if you want to stuff these, I would do it now, but I'm not going to do it with these small ones just because they're small anyway. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to if you want to add a piercing. So obviously you can skip this part if you would like to, but I'm going to add a piercing onto the split tongue. So to create the hole, you can either use a scissors or whatever, but I have this really thick needle, so I'm literally going to pierce it through with some wiggles and some pushes. There we go. So I have these tongue bars off of eBay, Rainbow Theme 1, just because it fits with the head. There we go. There it is. So the size depends on the tongue itself. You can have it going downwards, having less room for it to flick, or you can have it sideways and it having a lot of room to move around. I'm going to have it sideways. You only need one fluffy bit for the mouth, and make sure the spiky bits are all roughly the same size, if not slightly smaller. So pick which side tongue you would like shown. Remember to peel the backing off if need be. And then add a splodge of glue and spread it around. You don't need a lot. And then don't forget to add your fluffy bit to the head. Wait for the glue to dry before attempting to stick these on, because otherwise you're just going to lift it back off again. Ta-da! And that is everything. So that's how you make a pattern for a tongue, how you insert a piercing, and basically where I get mine from. Obviously you can get smaller bars and stuff. And different styles, and I showed you how to attach the velcro. So the final thing is what you can do to add a little bit of kind of texture or design is get a slightly darker shade pen and just kind of follow the line down. So there you go, that's how you do velcro tongues. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to click the like button and comment if you have any questions. I hope this is as helpful as you guys are letting me know. But yeah, see you guys next time. Bye!